Hi, everyone. I hope you are now Google Analytics experts. Well, if not experts, at least not scared anymore. What we're going to do today is we're going to move away from Google Analytics. We're going to look at Google Search Console. They're often confused, so I'm going to kind of demystify them. We'll explain the difference between them all. But so basically, let's just go back. So what I want to do today is I want to explain to you what Google Search Console is, how Google Search Console works, how to create a Google Search Console account, and then we're going to look, as I say, we're going to compare Google Analytics and Google Search Console. Then I'm going to tell you what Google Analytics isn't. There's so many Google this, Google that. I'm going to tell you what it isn't. It's really important. And then I'm going to show you how to use Google Search Console to find the most helpful data. Also, I'm going to talk to you about what to do if there's not enough data available. It's quite a common error message. So let's get stuck in. So first of all, what is Google Search Console? It's a free analytics tool that lets you monitor your website's performance in Google. It's brilliant. You can see all sorts of stats and information about your website, how it's ranking, and you're going to learn tons about how to optimize your website. So that's in the best condition for Google searches. You're also going to find loads of information on page speed, mobile suitability, security, errors, the works. It's kind of, there's tons of SEO tools, SEO audit tools. This is kind of the horse's mouth, so to speak. So it's really, really powerful. So how does Google Console work? Basically, how Google Console works is it collects all the information that Google has on your website, how it's being crawled, indexed, all that kind of stuff, how it's being shown to the people who are looking for the kind of information you provided. And then what it does is it packages up all that data, all the raw data, and provides you with loads of really, really helpful, simple reports so you can analyze your website's performance. So how do you get yourself set up on Google Analytics? No, on Google Search Console. What you need to do is you need to go over to Google Search Console, to the website, and then sign in with your Google account. Try and use the same one that you've used for Google Analytics, and then it's so simple. Just go and set on add property, and then verify that the site's yours. And then if you've already set yourself up on Google Analytics, that verification process should happen automatically. And then once you're verified, the best thing you can do is to add your sitemap to Google Search Console. Really simple. All you do is you type your domain name, followed by / sitemap.xml. So, for instance, if my website address was SB Smith, I do www.sbsmith / sitemap.xml. Simple. Then I just copy that URL, and I would go over to Google Search Console, go to the sitemap section, which you can see down the left hand side, and then submit that URL to the sitemap box. Really, really simple. You don't need to do this, but it really helps with the whole indexing process, which we know is really, really important. So let me talk then about this difference between Google Search Console and Google Analytics. So Google Search Console is all about your site's performance from Google's point of view. Okay, it tells you if your pages are being crawled, what searches people are leading people to see your site, whether there's broken links, and if your website's set up properly for the search engines, and lots more. So it's kind of like your SEO section of Google. Google Analytics tells you all about your site's visitors. So who's coming to your site, where are they coming from, what are they doing when they visit your site? It's kind of like your marketing plan. So is it working? That's a massive, massive oversimplification, but Google's Console is about your website's performance. Analytics is about your visitors' performance or behavior. Okay. So what Google Search Console isn't. It's not your G Suite console, which is now called Google Workspace. That's the collection of all the fabulous tools that Google have. It's not G Suite console. It's not Google Admin Console. That's where you manage all your Google Workspace services from. It's not Google Cloud Console. There's so many bloody consoles. Google Cloud Consoles where it's an amazing place, but it's really techy. It's got loads of where all the data storage, data analytics, machine learning kind of tools sit. So it's not the Google Cloud Console. So don't worry, it's just Google Search Console. It's really an important distinction. So how do you use Google Console? So first thing, I think the best place to start, and then there's a sense of kind of like, this is really, what's the word? Not patronising, but it's like go to the Google Console overview. It's your overview page. It's quite simple, but it's brilliant. It really sets out the really core things that you need to know. So go and have a really good dig around your Google Search Console overview. Then what you can do is down on the left-hand side, you can click on different tabs. So the Performance tab is a really great page. It shows you how well your site is performing. You can see how, how well your blogs are performing, how well your pages are performing. And also the really good thing about your performance page is it shows you the top questions people were asking when they came upon, so that led them to visit your site. So that's really good for your keyword research. You can see if the questions people are asking are the questions you want people to be asking when they come and see your site. So the coverage tab's brilliant too. So that shows you all the data about URLs, the URLs on your website that Google has tried to index. And remember, if your website pages aren't being indexed, because it's going to be much more difficult for you to rank well on Google. So, you need to make sure that the right pages are being indexed, and you can see which ones are being indexed in this coverage report. So, and you can see, and you can go back and you now know what pages you need to fix if the ones you want to be indexed aren't being indexed. The Core Website Vitals is a great page. Basically, it shows you all about page speed, page usability, visual stability. Now, these are kind of quite geeky stats, but Google want your pages to be as fast, as quick as possible. So you need to go and have a look, see which pages you've got on your website that need improving, and see what you can do to fix them. Usually we're relatively limited in terms of what we can fix with our core, what we can fix as mere mortals. But there's usually a lot we can do around using the right kind of images and optimizing those images. And then we need to look at mobile usability. It's another report, left-hand side again. It shows you which pages are up to scratch in terms of Google's mobile requirements. So you want your pages to be all mobile usable. And then your links report, it's such a cool little report. It basically shows you all your backlinks, so and your internal links, but it's a really good place that you can check to make sure you can have a look at which sites are linking to your website, and you can also see which of those kind of links are working hardest for you. So yeah, go and check out your links. It's just really interesting. So now, one of the things that comes up quite a lot, especially if you've got new websites or our business is just getting off the ground, is you'll see an error message saying there is no or not enough data available in Google's Search Console. Now, this can be for two reasons. Either it's because your website's brand new, or you've just verified your domain. So you might need to wait for a couple of days or a couple of weeks to really get any benefit from Google Search Console. The other thing is, you just might not have enough traffic yet. Okay, so you do need not a huge amount, but you need a fair amount of traffic coming through, coming to your website for Google Search Console to be able to pick it up and give you all of this kind of data. So there you go. There's a whistle-stop tour through Google Search Console. What I've done is I've put the link to my blog all about this, all about everything you need to know about Google Search Console in the description. It might be really helpful for you to click on it and work through it, because it's kind of like more of a step-by-step guide that you can work through in your own time. So that's it. And then, absolutely, I'd love you to read more, watch more. So subscribe, and we'll keep in touch. See you later.